Just when we thought it would be only rockfish in the Channel Islands for the remainder of the year, the Endeavor out of Ventura Sport Fishing with Captain Tucker McCombs kicked some ass. Kick some bass, some white sea bass. The croaker bite is on in the Channel Islands, at least for this trip, as the passengers and crew on board the Endeavor had limits of white sea bass. That is one white sea bass per rod. November white sea bass is not all that common, so this is a really special bite. Hopefully it's going to keep going. Tremendous score on board the Endeavor as they catch limits of white sea bass out of Ventura Sport Fishing in beautiful Ventura, California. Keep it rocking, guys.
Good morning, my dear friends, and welcome to beautiful Surfside, California. Check that out. Hordes of dolphin are in here in the surf feeding this morning, as many as I've seen for a long, long time. Just about as far as the eye can see, there are dolphin, and they are feeding in here this morning. Add to that, the pelicans have been pounding the water, and it looks like there could be some really great surf fishing for our Veterans Day surf fishing event on Monday. If you're a veteran, by the way, I will cook you a homemade breakfast burrito on Friedman Adventures. Just let me know. Hopefully you'll be able to make it. Hey, it's time to set up for the MB, and it is a spectacular, beautiful morning. Just check that sunrise out. And we're going to cover it all with you from way down below the border to Rudy Morgan with another big win in Cabo San Lucas and a lot of money that goes along with it. And of course, we're watching the white sea bass situation in the Channel Islands and so much more. I'll shut my trap as you look at this beautiful scene here this morning. Dolphin feeding in the Southern California surf. It doesn't get any better. All right, I'll set up for the MB. Let's get to it, everybody.
Let's head over to Big Fish Bait and Tackle in Seal Beach, California, as they've been collecting used fishing tackle for the kids in Mexico.
What's that, Young? More stuff for the kids?
Yeah,
That's
like a reel,
darn.
couple reel.
That's fantastic.
Yeah,
Beautiful, man.
yeah, a lot of jig right. Yeah, a lot of bait.
Wow. That's from you guys, right?
Yeah.
Beautiful. That's awesome. Fantastic. Thank you so much.
We can't thank all the people who donated their used fishing tackle so it can go down to the island of Cedros to some kids who are going to put it to really good use. And thanks to our dear friends at Big Fish Bait and Tackle in Seal Beach, California for collecting these items. Thank you, everybody. Friedman Adventures is here with some breaking news in Torrance, California, USA. A trout plant taking place at Alondra Park Friday afternoon. Just look at all the trout going into the lake waiting for you. Go to Torrance, California, Alondra Park, and you might just catch a trout because, as you can see, they are putting copious amounts of trout in the lake. Good luck. Take care. Thanks for checking in with Friedman Adventures. Monday morning, Veterans Day. We'll be right here on this beautiful beach. There is a lot of activity, tons of dolphin, and also tons of pelicans, which indicate there could be some great surf fishing. High tides, 5:30 in the morning. Highly recommend you get here for that. Just send me a text if you'd like to attend. 657-227-6459. I'll give you directions. If you are a veteran, you need to let me know so I can make you one of Phil's famous breakfast burritos. We'll see you Monday, Veterans Day. Wear your USA colors and come out. Let's celebrate and have some surf fishing fun this Monday, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Who knows? Maybe we'll extend it a little bit more. Take care, my friends. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Hey, good Saturday morning, my dear friends, and welcome to beautiful, and I mean beautiful, Surfside, California. It is a gorgeous sunrise. And back behind me, there are literally hundreds of dolphin on the beach. I don't think I've ever seen this many dolphin on the beach in Surfside. I can see them all the way up here toward the jetty and extending back. I don't know if the camera is picking it up or not, but there's dolphin there. There's some dolphin here, all up and down the beach. And when you see that, those little devils aren't in here for their good health. Well, I guess you could argue that they are, but they're here to feed on something. Dirty rats are eating all my yellowfin croaker. Hey, it's an indication that there's bait here, that there's fish here, and surf fishing ought to be great on Monday morning, Veterans Day right here. You're invited. Everybody's invited. And that goes for people who don't even like to surf fish. Bring a beach chair down. It's going to be a little chilly. Bring your coffee, bundle up a little bit, and get ready to have a great Veterans Day and wear your USA colors, or go by the Dollar Tree and get a flag and bring it along with you so we can celebrate Veterans Day surf fishing this Monday from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. And if you want to show up at 8 or 8:30, who knows, you probably could talk me into sitting down here for an extra hour or two. It's going to be absolutely gorgeous. It is good to be with you. We got a lot to cover. Long range. We're going to talk about Mexico. We're going to talk about what's going on Tanner Bank. Did we get a signal out there? There's boats out there. Right now, I'll cover that with you. How about that yellowfin tuna that was once biting for two-day boats out of San Diego? The rockfish, a white sea bass explosion on board the Endeavor out of Ventura Sport Fishing, fishing on the Island Spirit, and so much more. You know what time it is. It is time for the morning briefing. Good morning, my friends. Wow. You can only feel blessed on a morning like this as I see pelicans goofing around with bait out there. Copious amounts of dolphin in the surf. I don't think I've ever said that before. I've said copious 643,000 times, but not regarding dolphin. It's beautiful, golden hour right now. Surf fishermen are getting ready to walk by. I will salute them when they go by, and it is looking fantastic. Don't forget to hit that like button, share these videos with a friend, subscribe to the Friedman Adventures YouTube channel, and make sure you tick that little bell. You will be notified when there is new content. And man, we're breaking content all the time. You can catch us on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. Buenos dias, hermanos. Mucha suerte. All right, some fishermen going by. We hope they have a really great morning and catch some fish. They're here on the right day. Well, maybe Veterans Day will be even better. And also, I think I mentioned we're on Spotify. I didn't, and Apple Podcasts. You can catch us there also. Man, sun is warming me up. It's beautiful, and we got so much to cover with you. Let us jump into it. Just remind you all, I've already mentioned it, but on Monday we'll be here doing a little surf fishing event at 6 a.m. I'd get here at 5:30 if I were you. That's when the tide will be high and the sun will be coming up. Anytime in surf fishing or any other kind of fishing, offshore or anything else, you can get stars to collide. High tide, daybreak, two magical times. You add to that all this life out here, we could catch some fish. Now go buy Big Fish Bait and Tackle and get your bait before you show up here. And mention Friedman Adventures. In fact, Rada told me, I was down there yesterday, anything that is regular price, that is not already on sale for the rest of the year, you walk into Big Fish, mention Friedman Adventures, they'll give you 10% off anything you buy. So go get your bait. I'd get some ghost shrimp, maybe some worms. You could throw a chrome crocodile here or a lucky crab lure. John Garma, he is one heck of a fisherman. I'm thinking he's going to be here, and that'll be great. So that will be Monday, Veterans Day. And if you wore your USA shirt or you brought a little flag down here to celebrate our great country, that would be absolutely fantastico. I would absolutely love it. All right, let's get into it with you. And I got to start in Cabo San Lucas, where Rudy Morgan on the prime time had a 220-pound yellowfin tuna. I believe he has won the tournament. His dad sent me a message early this morning and said, Rudy, took it all. Yesterday alone, in the side, or the day before, in the side jackpots. So you can get in all these side jackpots. Since they had the largest yellowfin tuna of the day, they ended up with over $600,000 to split. And man, Rudy has been hot. In the Bisbee's tournament, he had the fourth largest marlin. They cashed a check for over $1 million because they were in all the side jackpots. And now Rudy has come through again. What a hit for him. I don't have the totals, but when I get them, I will I will get those to you. But for right now, Rudy, way to go. Man, you are on a roll. Keep up the great work. All right, let's talk long-range sport fishing. It is fantastic. And I know so many of you are out there are looking forward to our 8-day trip on the Independence. The Independence sailed yesterday with Kevin Kwan from Young's Fishing Tackle in Bellflower, California. Kevin, hope you have a great trip. I can't wait to see you on the dock because Kevin will be coming in when we jump on board to take off on our trip. That's going to be a lot of fun. Jolene Thompson and so many of you out there are really looking forward to the trip. And I've got some great news for you. In case you didn't know, Scott Buchert is going to be on the trip. Yeah, I know, you want to cut your wrist now. Just kidding. Scott will be on the trip. Looking forward to spending 8 days with Scott and all the rest of you. That's going to be a lot of fun. Great yellowfin tuna fishing continues down in that neck of the woods. A lot of that 40 to 80 pound YFT biting around Alijos Rocks, San Pablo Bay, and several other zones. It has been fantastic. Getting limits of yellowfin tuna has not been a problem at all. I talked to the Royal Star, Diego Nuno, on there. Just talked to him a moment ago. He said, Phil, full speed limits of yellowfin tuna for us yesterday in the 30 to 60 pound class. Way to go, Diego. Fantastic news from the Royal Stars. They put the wood from the XL. Has had some big fish. They are currently steaming back down there. They've had great wahoo fishing here recently. There's been some really great yellowtail fishing. And of course, we continue to see excellent fishing on that YFT. Same thing on the Independence as they have returned and now are heading out again. And they are heading down with Kevin Kwan and the guys, and they should be fishing tomorrow. That should be great. Yellowfin have been off the hook, and it's been so steady for several months now. If you're coming to us from some other part of the world and you're not really sure about how long these trips are, they're mostly 8 to 10 day trips during the fall. Out of San Diego, they go down the Baja coast several hundred miles where they can encounter some phenomenal fishing. And it has been a long-range season to remember. It has just been fantastic. Can't wait to get on the Independence, my favorite long-range vessel. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'll see you all there. Monday night, we'll be live from Island Fishing Tackle in Carson, California with Tackle Shop Confessions. And Sam's going to cover a lot of the tackle you'll need on a trip like that and entertain any other question you have as we are live. So tune us up, 6 p.m. this Monday evening after our surf fishing event. That should be live. And the Danny Cadota Show will be live from 22nd Street Landing, our home base, at 4 p.m. with that show. So we got a lot going on here at Friedman Adventures. Can't thank you enough. Just hit 15,000 subscribers, thousands of likes and shares. Man, I can't thank you enough for all of your great support. So really great long-range fishing continuing, no doubt about it. Let's talk about Ensenada, Baja California Norte, a 70-mile drive down the beautiful and pristine Baja coast. It is such a great place to hang out in and go fishing. In terms of our offshore tuna bite, it's pretty darn hit and miss right now, mostly miss down around Colonette, which is 120 miles below the border or 50 miles below Ensenada. We were seeing some bluefin tuna. We've got some really nice weather now, and some guys are going to go check that out. We'll see if they can come up with a BFT or two, but primarily focusing in now on the rockfish, and it's been absolutely awesome fishing down there on lings and nice vermilions and big bocaccio. Really great fishing there in Ensenada with regard to some nice rockfish. You can go home with plenty of fish taco meat. No question about that. All right, let's talk a little bit about what is going on with that yellowfin tuna down the Baja coast. It's been a while. It has slid out of the photo picture, and we don't have any idea where it is. So about 10 days ago, we had really great yellowfin tuna fishing for the 2-day boats, 3-day boats out of San Diego. They were going about 142, ultimately 180 plus miles south of San Diego, down below San Quintin, and then started to get way down below it as that fish started to encounter some cooler water and started to slide down the Baja Peninsula where they could find some much warmer water. So we don't see it right now. We've had spotter planes up. We've had a lot of boats and long-range boys coming to and fro through that area, and they haven't seen it either. So again, we'll keep our eyes on it and see where we go from here. But no show on it so far. So we'll keep watching that for you very, very closely. I gotta look at that. Is so perfect to toss a bait or toss an iron or toss a lucky craft. And with all that activity out there, there's got to be a couple of halibut lurking around out there, no question about it. So that bite is off the bite. Now, out there on Tanner and Cortez Bank, it has been very, very slow on the bluefin tuna. And for whatever reason, the fish that are biting are pretty small, like 12 to 15 pounders, but excruciatingly slow fishing for the bluefin tuna. That is not to say that the Amigo and the other guys that are out there aren't going to come up with some fish. The Rooster Crow crew is out there. Guys that do the Rooster Crow and send me videos of it. Man, you guys got to do one live from the Amigo for us. But they're out there right now, and our fingers are crossed they're going to come up with some fish. Max was on the Pacific yesterday, had 10 bluefin tuna, but he said it was that small stuff, like that 15-pound bluefin tuna. New Loan had 5 fish. The Cortez had 1 bluefin tuna. The Navigante out of Redondo had 0 bluefin tuna last time we checked. So you can hear, not setting the world on fire out there, falling back on the rockfish. That has been the name of the game. So really not biting that well in terms of our tuna here in Southern California. Is it over for the year? One never knows. We'll have to keep our eyes on that for you very, very closely, and hopefully it's going to come roaring back. Hey, if you have problems with your garage door, you know, the darn thing just won't open, or you need a new garage door for that matter, Joe Welker is your man. Joe's a great guy. Give him a call today and take care of your garage door needs. And for your heating and or air conditioning needs, it's John Lopez. John from Efficient Heating and Air Conditioning will take care of everything. And if you have tax problems, Tim Marquez. Tim will take care of all your tax needs and help you get a good night's sleep. All right, so there you have it. Our local bite, not all that great on tuna, but hopefully it'll come roaring back here very, very soon. Let's talk islands. Coronado Islands, we're getting looked at today. Hopefully that's going to bite. We've been seeing some yellowtail down there, but they have been really reluctant to bite. There was a time a few weeks ago where we had a good fly line bite going on. That is to say, no sinker, just a bait that you fly line out there. There was some surface ironfish, and then occasionally you'd get a yo-yo ironfish or even a dropper loopfish down in the depths. But since that time, we've been just looking at yellowtail, not catching all that much at all. Hopefully that'll come together again here today. We'll watch that for you very, very closely. There's some rockfish there to help fill out the sex at San Clemente Island. Can you see Catalina? Kind of see it back there in the haze. Back behind Cat is San Clemente Island, about a 60-mile run for most LA Orange County based landings. And out there, we're seeing the occasional white sea bass and yellowtail. There's some squid that's moved into the island. That is really, really great, and that helps a lot. And also, we continue to have really good rock fishing out there at Catalina Island. We have really good rock fishing going on. Occasional yellowtail, but really not that much at all. It's mostly focused on the big rockfish. 300 plus feet of water is what the regulations mandate you fish in right now. 16-ounce torpedo sinker or better really works well, and you're getting those big boccaccio and reds and some nice lings also. The El Patron heads out to Catalina Island on the weekends, and during the week, if they get enough people, you can get on the El Patron by going to www.longbeachsportfishing.org. Up there, it's San Nicolas Island, continued nice big sheephead and whitefish, and out in the depths, we see some really good fishing on the big cod, and the Endeavor with limits of white sea bass for both the passengers and crew. 1 fish per rod right now. Excellent fishing. They put the wood to them. There's more and more squid moving into the Channel Islands. And as we tell you all the time, you have squid, that's part of the food chain. You're going to have predators that come in to eat the little ones. The big ones will come in and eat the little ones, and that was the case on the Endeavor. Hopefully they are on them again here this morning. Nice hit for the Endeavor. And a fall bite like this, November, white sea bass, limits of sea bass is not all that common. So hopefully this is a sign of things to come. I have been saying for quite some time now, with all that squid moving in, we see squid boats up and down the coast from Malibu up to Ventura County line. All that squid is going to attract those predators, and it bodes well for the spring. I didn't know that we might get a bite going here in the fall, and we'll see if we can put a few more days together. We'll see if boys are on it, and that's why I want to be over there on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Apple Podcast, Spotify. Breaking news, we will have it there for you. We'll also have it here on YouTube for you also. Really good stuff going on up there. And the rest of the Channel Island guys are catching copious amounts of nice rockfish, like Daniel Hottaway on board the Island Spirit. They've had some great fishing going on. Tomorrow, kids fish free. The weather's gorgeous right now. Might get a little breezy like Mondays, but this weekend's going to be beautiful. And the Island Spirit runs out of Ventura Sport Fishing, 805-676-3474 or VenturaSportFishing.com. Great rockfish out there in the Channel Islands, up there in Morro Bay, Avila Beach. We continue to see some excellent fishing going on cod and big lings out of Monterey and San Francisco. Really great fishing going on in that neck of the woods. So really, really excellent rock fishing, and I don't know how you can beat it. When we look at 1/2 and 3/4 day boats, a lot of guys catching rockfish along the Southern California coast and up there into the Channel Islands. That's really the name of the game. You will catch some bass on the twilight trips out of Marina del Rey, and there's some bass being caught and released out of Dana Wharf Sport Fishing, occasional halibut here and there. So we continue to see some of that also. Nothing wrong with that, but mostly rock fishing. You have to fish the deep water when you're fishing the cod. You can fish for sheephead and whitefish like the Monte Carlo will be doing today, and they may venture out into that deeper water and hammer on some of that rockfish also. So really good fishing in terms of our local fishing right now, 1/2, 3/4 day guys. Some guys like the freelance will head out to Catalina Island and fish that deep water cod, and they've had some great fishing out of Davies Locker and Newport Beach on board the freelance. Don't forget, we also have those combo trips out of LA Harbor on the Gale Force, and several of those guys, they run that lobster, hoop netting, rockfish kind of combo trip. They leave at noon, head to Catalina, catch some rockfish, and as the sun is setting, they make about 3 hoop net drops and pulls. Normally you go home with some langosta as well as some really fun fishing for rockfish. It's really a lot of fun and really great stuff. So really good stuff happening, no question about that. Here in the Southern California surf, we are catching some bar perch. That water feels a little chilly to me here this morning. There's a little bit of yellowfin croaker, and there's been a considerable amount of halibut. Halibut, speaking of that, that is the fish of the month at Big Fish Bait and Tackle in Seal Beach, California. When you mention Friedman Adventures, 10% off for you. Let me tell you something. They've got all kinds of sales going on. The extra tough boots right now, they've got those on sale for $79. Normally way up over $130. So really great sales. If there is an item there and it's not on sale, you'll get 10% off. So grab your bait or grab some Lucky Crab lures and get down to the SoCal Surf. This Monday would be great to see you right here in Surfside. Send me a text and I'll get you tuned up on a great day and a great event. If you're a veteran, breakfast burrito on yours truly for you. So let me know about that so I can make that happen. There's been, as I mentioned, some halibut taken here in the SoCal Surf. Man, that has just got that written all over it here today. And also some yellowfin croaker and perch down around Huntington Beach, same kind of a thing. Up there in the Santa Monica Bay, we see some good perch fishing going on. Not all that much Corbina anymore, as the water's pretty cool. And also up around Long Beach, 72nd Street, Cherry Beach, some places like that. There's been some pretty good halibut fishing going on there. Nothing wrong with that. All right, trout fishing update. We got to get your trout fishing update. And my hat's off to Mackie, who was over at Alondra Park when they were stocking trout in there yesterday. That was Friday afternoon. Normally, it'll take those fish, the trout that is, a little while to kind of acclimate, and then they bite. But who knows? Maybe some of you guys took us up on that and are over there right now catching some trout. We'll keep our eyes on that. Mammoth Lakes area. Whoa! Rodney Sakamoto is there with a whole bunch of great guys, and they are enjoying the beauty of several lakes up there. They fished Crowley, they fished Convict, they fished Trumbull, and they had some really great trout fishing and even better times with some really good friends. So really good to see you putting the wood to them. Rodney, way to go. So happy for you and happy that you made it happen. All right, my friends, what can I tell you? It is absolutely gorgeous. You are crazy if you're not here on Monday morning to celebrate Veterans Day. I know it's really early, but get some coffee and donuts. Come on down here, bring a beach chair, kick back and see this beautiful ocean, and maybe, just maybe, catch a really nice fish. And don't forget, Big Fish Bait and Tackle's giving away a free custom rod for the biggest halibut this month. All you need to do is stop in there and get your ruler. You have to have the official ruler. I'm sure somebody will have one here on Monday morning. Not sure, but pretty sure. And you can measure it on that if you don't have time to go by there. 10% off at Big Fish Bait and Tackle. Have a great one. We will see you on Monday morning right here in Surfside, California. And if I don't see you on Monday, guess what? I hope to see you somewhere else really, really soon. Have a great weekend, my friends.